Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays again. So this is video number 2 of the fanfiction, A Very Tangled Christmas, which means that there will be story spoilers, and like I said in the first video, there's not much to spoil in terms of the story, but I'm going to be talking about some things that happened within the story and why they happened, that type of thing. So if you haven't read A Very Tangled Christmas, you can. The links to the story on fanfiction.net and Archive of Our Own are in the description down below. Yeah. So, basically I wanted to write a Christmas fanfiction because, well, it's Christmas time, and I figured it would be fun. I didn't want to go too crazy in terms of plot, like I just kind of wanted it to be a fun, simple Christmas story, especially because still suffering from writer's block. But yeah, just a simple Christmas story. Why I chose to do it for Tangled? I mean, I wanted to do a Disney-themed fanfiction because I realized that I haven't actually done a Disney-themed fanfiction yet. I thought about doing a Frozen-themed one because, you know, Elsa, ice, winter, snow, Christmas, it all just kind of fits. But then I remembered that we already have a Frozen holiday story with Olaf's Frozen Adventure. So, like, in theory, I could have done another one, but I figured, why do that? There's so many other Disney stories out there, and so I just decided Tangled, because I really do love Tangled. I don't talk about Tangled enough. I don't give Tangled enough credit on my channel, but I really do love Tangled, so I figured, you know what? Tangled. Let's do it. I did consider making it a crossover with Frozen because, you know, there's that whole theory out there that Rapunzel is related to Anna and Elsa. So I was like, okay, well, I can bring them in and have it be like a whole family affair and, you know, exploring sort of the different traditions that Anna and Elsa and Kristoff and Olaf would have, and the traditions that Rapunzel would have, you know, and how they would differ and complement each other and all that. But ultimately I decided against it because I feel like in order to do that, I would have had to have gone back and watched Olaf's Frozen Adventure. And I do love Olaf's Frozen Adventure, but not enough to, like, actually go back and watch it. So I just sort of stuck with it being just Tangled. Yeah. Now, why I titled it A Very Tangled Christmas? Well, I was going to call it Christmas in Corona because, you know, Christmas in Corona, the kingdom. But real life circumstances made it a not so great title. And I guess I could have still called it Christmas in Corona, but I really did not want to. And I was struggling to think of a title, so I just went with A Very Tangled Christmas. So that's why it's titled A Very Tangled Christmas. The one thing that I really wanted to do was to have sort of, you know, a Christmas tree in sort of like the middle of town, where, you know, everybody can sort of gather around. Because I always loved that idea, like, especially, like, you know, in, like, small towns and everything like that, where it's, like, everybody can just gather around the tree and enjoy Christmas and everything like that. And so I wanted to do something like that, but I thought it would be fun to like literally have it be like a tradition in the kingdom of Corona, where everybody sort of just brings an ornament to put on the tree, and it's a way to sort of unite the kingdom. I don't know. I really loved that idea, so I put it in there. Now, because Rapunzel is originally German, although I am hearing people say it might actually be Danish. I don't know. I've always understood it as it was originally a German story. I could be wrong, but I'm rolling with that idea in this. So I looked into how Christmas is typically celebrated in Germany. And I tried to bring that into the story. But you know what the fun part of that is? There's not much on the specifics of celebrating Christmas in Germany. Like, basically everywhere I looked, it was just sort of like general things. And I was like, okay. I wanted to make it a little more authentic, but I couldn't find anything to make it authentic. So I figured, you know what? Corona's a fictional kingdom, and it's not technically in Germany, so it doesn't have to be exact, and it doesn't have to be super accurate. People are making noise outside, and Lucy is going berserk. Lucy! It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, so I figured it didn't have to be super accurate. I tried to roll with the general ideas, and I feel like I butchered them all. So that was fun. But I figured fake kingdom, it could be fake Christmas. But another, I guess, fun little tidbit was actually something that I didn't plan, which is kind of odd, but it just sort of worked out. Like, because within the story, there's the story of the man who was welcomed into the castle for Christmas generations ago. And I named that man Nicholas. And the reason why I named him Nicholas was because I was trying to find German names that the average non-German speaker would still be able to read. And to be honest, I've always kind of loved the name Nicholas anyways. So I was like, all right, let's do that. And then as I was like proofreading the story, I'm like, it's kind of poetic to name the man who gave them the angel because he was welcomed into their home on Christmas for his name to be Nicholas, because, you know, Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, kind of the same thing. Now, granted, in many parts of Germany, Europe, including Germany, St. Nicholas Day is actually different from Christmas. So technically they get a visit from Santa earlier in the year than, you know, most of us here within Canada and the US and other places where Santa comes on the 25th. Santa actually comes earlier in parts of Europe, including Germany. So while they're not technically the same thing in German, it was kind of a little bit of a poetic thing that wasn't planned at all, and I have no idea how it worked out that way, but it was. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it, I guess. This story was actually a lot more challenging than I was expecting it to be. I almost felt boxed in by making it a Christmas story, which is like kind of odd because like the concept is there. It's Christmas. But it was so challenging kind of being boxed in by it being Christmas. But that might have had something to do with the fact that I could not find any story prompts for Christmas stories. And it was just like, what am I supposed to do? So I was just like, okay, Tangled. Let's do this. What does a Christmas look like in the world of Tangled? Here we go. And I guess then it kind of came a little bit naturally, but man, starting this one was a challenge. Yeah, so let me know what you thought of the story, either in the comments section of this video or by leaving a review on, fanfiction.net or Archive of Our Own, whichever one you chose to read it on. Or you could do both. That'd be great. And also, let me know how you celebrate Christmas where you're from. And if you don't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate, another holiday, let me know which holiday that you celebrate and how you celebrate it where you are in the world, because I am really curious to hear everyone's holiday traditions. And also tune in next week where I will have yet another fan fiction. I know, it's like I haven't posted fan fiction in a year and now I have 2 coming out in 2 weeks. This is weird, but I do have another fan fiction. That one is a New Year's themed fan fiction. The fandom is Once Upon a Time. And the couple, because, well, I can't have a New Year's fan fiction without a midnight kiss. Well, that you're just gonna have to read the story and find out. So, yeah, I hope you all have an amazing holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate any holidays, have a great day. And like I said, next week, another fan fiction, Once Upon a Time, New Year's themed, mystery couple. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more fan fiction content.